Hey there, welcome to a video where we're going to talk about the SAT math section, and specifically we're going to go over rates, ratios, proportions, and percentages. So you guys should be pretty comfortable with conversions. For example, say you're asked to convert 2 gallons of cups. Of course, they'll give you the conversion, so you don't have to memorize that. But say you're told 4 quarts to a gallon, 2 pints to a quart, and 2 cups to a pint. And you can simply convert the gallons to quarts first, and the quarts to pints, and the pints to cups. And of course, you get the number of cups. Ratios and proportions are a pretty big deal on the SAT. You should be able to recognize a ratio. For example, 2:5 would be 2 to 5, so 2 parts of 5 parts. And we are interested in proportions. That means when you have 2 ratios of equal value. Like in the case of this example here, the ratio of A to B to C, we know A to B is 3 to 4, and then we see that later on A to B is 15 to 20. That's proportions. We can use this to kind of figure out some of the missing variables for the other situations here, like, for example, B to C is 5 to 2 in the second row there. So you can use some sort of proportions to kind of figure this out. So for example, here you have 5 to 20. That's a 1 to 4 ratio. You expect the same thing for this blank and 15, so it should be 15 over 4. So that's kind of what we tend to see with proportions. Percentages, shouldn't have percentages work. That's also a proportion. So you divide by 100. So that's really what's happening there. Percent change is when you take the difference between the new and old values, divide by the old value times 100. So without further ado, let's try some practice problems. Maybe we could do a free response here for number 4. Oh, that did not copy. Try this again. Didn't know why it's doing that. Okay, let's try this one more time. The little ding sound. There we go. Okay, so a subway car passes 3 stations every 10 minutes. How many stations will it pass in 3 hours? Well, hopefully, sorry, 1 hour. So 1 hour, hope you know 60 minutes. So if you set up a proportion, 3 to 10, it goes to 6. And if you work it all out, you get 180 over 10. That is 18. And that's all it happens out. That's a pretty basic one. So I don't think that should be any problems there. Let's step up to medium level one. And let's take a look at number 7. That one's a little bit more challenging. Sporting goods store ordered an equal number of white and yellow tennis balls. The tennis ball company delivered 30 extra white balls, making the ratio of white to yellow 6 to 5. How many tennis balls did the store originally order? So what I'd probably do is you could probably work backwards. We've talked about this strategy in some of the videos. If you do work backwards, let's start with 150. So if you originally had 150 tennis balls, and again, the ratio is 6 to 5 after you delivered. And the more I think about it now, actually, working backwards is probably not a good idea. You'll see why in a sec. Let's just set this up first. So let's say W, number of white tennis balls, and Y is the number of yellow tennis balls. And if you're adding 30 extra white balls, then of course the ratio is 6 to 5. So if we kind of move things around a little bit, 5W plus 150 equals 6Y. And actually, you know what? I'm really screwing this problem up. Okay. I rarely have these moments, so I apologize. Let's start with the fact there's an equal number. So working backwards, actually, I was correct. So 75, 75. Okay. White to yellow, 75 to 75. If you add 30 white balls, then we get 105 out of 75. Now, that won't be a 6 to 5 ratio. In fact, I think if you divide both these by 5, you get 15 and 21. And if you divide by 3, I think you get 7 and 5. So it's close, but not quite what we're looking for. So I'm guessing we'll probably want to reduce this number, so let's go down to 120. So W or Y would be 60 to 60. If you add 30 extra white balls, that's 90 over 60. Actually, that's 3 halves, so that doesn't work either. Okay, so let's try C now. 240. That is 120 to 120. If you add 30, it's 150 over 120. It's 5/4. Okay, that doesn't work either. So it better be 300 or we have a problem. So start 300 times balls. 150, 150, add 30 to the top. 180 over 150 reduces to 6. So the answer is D for that one. So again, my apologies for really botching this problem, but working backwards was initially the right technique. I forgot that we had an equal number of white and yellow tennis balls. So assume one of the answers is going to work. Split it equally because that's what we're supposed to do, and then add 30 white tennis balls. See if the ratio is 6 to 5. If it's not, you keep trying other choices. Okay, and then let's do one of the harder ones. Let's take a look at number 17. This is a great opportunity substitution strategy. So John buys C pounds of cheese to feed M people at a party. If M plus N people come to the party, how many more pounds of cheese must John buy in order to feed everyone at the original rate? So let's say he buys, so he's got 10 people at the party, and he wants to feed, he wants to do 5 pounds of cheese. That's a lot of cheese per person, by the way, but they love their cheese. I don't know. So C is 50, M is 10. So the ratio, of course, right now is 5 pounds of cheese per person. Okay, let's say N is 5. So 5 more people decide to show up. We're like, oh my God, I gotta get more cheese, right? So if 15 people are not showing up, you need to maintain the same ratio. Hopefully you would see that we need 75 pounds of cheese because that's 15 times 5, right? Because you want to maintain the original rate. So how many more pounds of cheese must he buy? From 50 to 75, he's got to buy 25 more pounds of cheese. I'm going to use all these numbers we use for C, M, and N and see which one gives us 25. If I start with, say, A, MN is going to be 50, or C is 50, that's 1. No, we're not buying 1 more pound of cheese. Here we have 10 over, that's going to be 250, that's too small. M plus N, which is 15 over 50, nope, that's not going to work either. So I have a feeling this is going to work if we do NC, which is going to be 250, divided by M, which is 10, boom, 25. Answer is D as a dog. So there we go for that one. So this concludes this video on proportions and ratios, percentages, and rates.